Firstly, I need to take a picture of these stunning flowers. I think I just got them from Co-op, you know. But whoa, they're really stunning. Yeah, gotta take a little video though. This morning I had to go to the doctor's and my brother's car was parked in front of my car. So I went out to reverse his car and I was in a rush, so I had the LED current body face mask on, and getting the car, like Metallica comes on like so loud and it's like like this. And also his car's just old and it's really loud, and the bleepers were going off for reversing, and I'm like this with the mask on. Anyway, get to the end of the driveway, and then there's these two beautiful girls who were out, like looked so fresh, out a walk, and then they were just like standing staring, and then they obviously didn't think I could hear, but they both burst out laughing and then went, "That's hilarious." Anyway, I thought I'd just share that story with you because I was mortified, absolutely mortified. And it actually makes it worse because I knew one of the girls, but I don't think she knew me or recognised me because I don't know her that well. Anyway, that's all. My favourite is the one on the left. What's your favourite?
Like the one on the right.
Oh. Yeah. So nice to be here. You camera shy today?
Yeah.
You're always camera shy because you're sleeping. She wants in the vlog, and then she doesn't want in the vlog, and then she wants in the vlog, and then she says, "You don't take enough pictures of me anymore." Then she doesn't want in the pictures. Being a woman, eh? Oh. Wow. Sound of the drilling in the background. Bon appetit. And today was supposed to be torrential rain, but look at this.
We need to flip the camera.
I will flip the camera around right now. Wow. How lucky are we?
Wow.
Such lovely vibes. I'm itchy when I'm not.
You're itchy when you
How beautiful does that sky look?
That's amazing.
Wow. Isn't this go? That's so cute. And then I like this one. I find these really calming, that's why. Thank you. So, yeah. Woo. Oh, that is stunning. Wow. Apple trees, we love you.
We love you. Apple trees.
Trees. They are so cute. Love. Oh yeah, Dickies. They are so cute. That's so nice. Mo's found that in Balgolf, which is so exciting. Oh, there she is. 60. I know all about golf. How much did that set you back? Is that free? Oh, baby dancer. 21. Oh, that was really good. Oh, she's nice. Do you want to try this? It's nice though. But it wasn't the woman working who's unreal at the coffees. Oh, can I not say that? Oh, well, I'll cut that bit. But, yeah, okay.
Also, I'm sure he made her coffees last night and they were good. He was on the bus.
She loves me. Ow. Spot. Oh, shit.
He was like, because these venues, you actually bring all the alcohol there and then they provide because they don't have the facilities. So I don't think it was best
Just for the past few days, and as always, we had such a nice time. I always feel so revitalised after coming here, and we went for lunch with my mum and dad to Balgolf, which was really nice. But yeah, feeling good, and tomorrow is the 1st of September. So yeah, let's hope it's life changing. Anyway, peace. Your matcha looks so good.
I know, I've actually.
So does this.
It's still warm enough. I'm like,
Teehee.
hi.
Thanks very much. Yeah. Cheers. Bye. 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 Oh. Oh. Love. We're loving. What a lovely entrance, isn't it?
Yeah.
The fact that you.
Smells unreal.
No worries.
You're in the vlog now.
En route to Silverburn which is a shopping centre in Glasgow, if you're not from Glasgow. But anyway, I am going to buy 2 canvases because I saw this artist, Jack Penny, whose work I absolutely love, and I'm not in a position to buy his original artworks, and this is a theme. I always tend to do this. For artists whose work I can't actually buy, I then just sort of do it myself. It's obviously nowhere near as good, but yeah, anyway, oh, okay. He was angry. I also want to go to the new store, the new beauty store, because they have a Loewe department just full of fragrances, and it looks insane. But actually, really interestingly, it's like it's set out as if it could be Bottega. It's like the Bottega green. I got the canvases, so yeah, currently just deciding which two I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to do these two. I think, although these look really good together, but yeah, I'm thinking these two. But yeah, I'll take a video once I've done them, but I'm excited. And it's turned into such a nice day. So I ended up going for, this one isn't finished yet, this one and this one. But yeah, I'm happy with them. I feel like initially I kind of rushed them, but yeah, not bad. And I will show you when I'm finished. I'm just getting these up. I think they look great. I was a bit worried about them, but yeah, they've turned out not bad. Fab. Got sent these flowers from Mud Urban and they are the new autumn collection. So yeah, I'm really excited to see them. Sorry, what? These are insane. What the helly? They are actually unreal. Wow. What a way to bring in autumn. Whoa, whoa. Unreal. I wish that you could smell them through the camera. I am needing to pick up spot patches for this little guy and a rubber for the canvases that I'm doing, and I'm also I have my RCS, which is the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland, which sounds quite pretentious, so I never say it, I just say RCS. I have like a graduation, that was a rubbish, graduation this evening for the short courses that I've done there. Acting 2, Introduction to Actor Training, and I did a cloak and rapier, which is a sword fighting course. But yeah, anyway, I thought that I'd just update you, and albeit it's rainy, I am feeling good today. Okay, peace! RCS for the graduation, so yeah. I'm not feeling too enthusiastic about it. I was in the midst of doing my painting and I find it so difficult to stop when I'm in a flow. But anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. My parents and Molly are meeting me there shortly. And these beautiful flowers. And I've got a hot flush, so let's go. Take me through RCS.
So, where have we just been, Hobbs?
We have been at my graduation for my PhD.
Oh!
My PhD.
Well, you got a PhD
short
in
courses.
short courses.
Yeah. And some beautiful flowers.
How they smelling?
Lovely. But I'm just going to go to the toilet before we...
Oh right, well, so I'm not going to vlog that.
No.
Right, bye.
Come with me. And then you can get some...
Hiya!
Yeah.
The Wall of Fame.
Here. I'm coming. James McAvoy. Nope. James McAvoy.
We like him.
Oh, you can let's see what this is. Is this blocked? And then I'll show you what they look like inside. Yeah, for acting 2 and for acting for stage and screen. So yeah, and then that was just the little brochure. My hair looks a wee bit funny. But anyway, firstly, I am so cold. So this is the first time I've brought this jacket out. But I'm like, we're only at the beginning of September. That's crazy. So yeah, actually speaking of being cold, I'm sure that I have tonsillitis. So again, which I mentioned in my previous video last month, is honestly just never ending. So yeah, anyway, I am going to get some meds for tonsillitis I'm trying to kill it early, nip it in the bud, because I really don't want to go on antibiotics. So yeah, anyway, and in good news, this is what I'm listening to today. It's Justin Bieber's new Swag album, part 2. So that's super exciting. But yeah, awesome. Bye.
Oh, someone was just breathing really heavily there.
And it wasn't me. Yeah, I've got my bones jumping out for autumn, for spooky ween.
Let's see.
What do you want? You take it off me. And it obviously comes with an itch because it's very itchy material.
Don't mind.
Oh hi! I didn't realise you were here. Just come across this adorable little market. Look at this. Whoa. Are you happy, Moles? Whoa, ceramics. Okay. I'm going to put this away because I'm a bit overwhelmed, so bear with me. Yeah, I'm just walking into Shawlands and I'm going to get a coffee and I'm going to pick up a chicken to make a roast chicken salad. And yeah, had a really nice weekend and just feeling productive, had a good morning. Yeah, just this is a day in the life. Anyway, and I'm wearing this jumper again. Oh, why is it not moving? You can tell the autumn is here. Anyway, peace, and at least it's not raining. Bye. Christmas. Well, I wish you Valentine's. Monday. Oh dear. So it's a different day, same jumper. I do this thing where I, as soon as like I'm enjoying wearing something, I wear it multiple days in a row. But anyway, the reason I'm actually vlogging is because I'm about to go to Molly's dental practice. And yeah, I'm going to start my course of Invisalign, all being well, if I'm a good candidate, but if not, I won't. But yeah, I will see what videos I'm comfortable taking, because I equally don't want to take the piss when I go in. So anyway, and we'll get some lunch afterwards.
It's yours, remember, so.
Yeah, that's so true.
Get all that
Yeah.
Okay.
Loving.
Thank you so much.
Actually have a whole flare. What am I looking for? I'm looking for perfection.
No, actually, I'm serious because I actually do need. I need to. So actually, we can look at it. So if you look here, it isn't as great, and usually you need attachments on these sort of lateral incisors if you want them to be rotated. So
Yeah.
I would say patient prep.
I've just had my first dental appointment with Molly and she was very good, very professional, and I took a couple of videos, but I also didn't really want to take the piss, and considering it was her first time meeting the nurses and things. But yeah, so today marks the first day of my Invisalign journey, if I'm able to undergo the treatment. She now has to send it to an orthodontist, but yeah, it's exciting. And I also got the film pictures back from the shoot with Clara, and I think she's going to be very happy. So yeah, very chuffed. Anyway, that's all. Bye. As in for the photo shoot with Clara for her headshots. But yeah, today is a really nice day. I mean, it's intermittently raining. However, right now it's really nice. It feels very autumnal. which is lovely, and getting a bit of sun, which is nice. I think having just watched the news yesterday of both the Ukrainian girl that was killed in the train, and also the guy that was shot at, in Utah. Really terrifying. I don't have anything profound to say, but I just think it's really sad, and it makes me sick actually. And I think it's a shame that these atrocities, they happen for you to really realise the fragility of life and how privileged we are, or that all your worries and stresses about things, not to minimise them because I know that they're all relative, but things can get taken away from you so easily. And I think that it's into perspective of what's important. And yeah, I feel like I'm rambling and I'm maybe not articulating, expressing what I'm really thinking. So, but yeah. Also, I'm just putting you onto something. If you haven't watched Fashion Neurosis with Bella Freud, who is the daughter of Lucian Freud, and I think the great-granddaughter of Sigmund Freud. So, really interesting. But anyway, she's a designer, but she started her own podcast, and it's so interesting, and I love the format and everything about it. But she had Amelia de Moldenberg on yesterday, and I loved the episode. But yeah, I'm just going to get a coffee, and I'm going to see Caught Stealing later on. I think it's quite heavy or quite dark. I don't actually know because I tend not to watch the trailers for things. So yeah, we'll see until it actually happens. But yeah, anyway, peace. So I just wanted to quickly show you something that I received in the post, and it was a card from my previous next door neighbour who I mentioned in one of the episodes, Art of Not Fitting In series, and basically, yeah, she now lives in Ely and blah blah blah, but she sent me this card. And then in the inside, and obviously it's in reference to the previous series, The Art of Not Fitting In, Viva la difference. So cute. I genuinely opened it, and then when I read it, I felt like I was going to cry. It was so lovely, and I'm going to frame this because I think it's so sweet. But yeah, that's that. Also, I have now put this up on my wall, so I'm chuffed. It looks good, which I also love. This is the Invisalign company that Molly's using, but it's not Invisalign, it's called Clear Aligners.
It was called 32 Cove.
32, what is in there? I thought those were...
These are posters.
Have you opened to see what one looks like?
Yeah, I picked them.
I've not seen them. So, whilst you're doing that, I will do this.
Yeah, put that there.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh.
I love it. I love the branding of this company. It looks very like an Hermes orange.
It actually is.
It's the Hermes of teeth.
The Hermes of teeth.
So I'll just show you this, which I thought was so clever. So I feel like it should be up this way.
No, because then it's not, because it's been 3D printed, so
yeah.
you can see that.
Nope, so I would like it. Oh yeah, I'd like it the other way. Oh no, in order. This way. Don't worry. Yeah.
Hi.
So this is a perfect case for clear aligners. And you see little
Also,
here.
FYI, this is not expert advice from Holly.
This is expert advice. So if you have a look here, you'll see the little buttons of composite that you need to put on your teeth. And in order to hold...
No, to move...
To move.
To move the teeth.
To move the teeth.
Some of them.
So, yep, these are a good case, and then this is during. This is just giving you a rough idea. And then this is the end result. Oh no, wait, sorry, we've done that the wrong way. This is the during, and then this is the end result. How clever is that? Obsessed. So you'll also see here, you have the different materials of the retainer, and you can choose between.
No, the patient doesn't choose between. This is all not good.
You can choose between semi-rigid or semi-soft. I would probably go for this one.
You're not getting that one.
Oh, in fact, I probably should show my teeth before why I'm actually getting it done. So, because people would think, wow, you've got such nice teeth. Why are you doing it? Well, you'll see here needs to be sorted. They're all kind of going backwards. And there's overcrowding, but I would just say very mild. Bye! And you can see my top teeth. Is it that my front two teeth are going back, or is it that the incisors are rotating?
It's actually probably a bit of both.
Bit of both. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but loving. And get down to Molly's practice because she wants your business. She wants your money.
This is a strange
Little vlog. Yeah. And I'll just be here painting in the corner. Okay. Peace. And just some... Oh, these actually go so well. That orange. Okay, bye. What a lovely Friday. I mean, it will also be torrential rain, so we'll just wait and see. But yeah, feeling good. I was going to go and see Freakier Friday today. However, I've got things to do, and I saw Caught Stealing, which I could appreciate, but it wasn't necessarily my kind of movie. What I found quite frustrating was, and this unfortunately kind of gives the movie away, but so don't listen to this if you want to see it, but there was the whole point and essence was to find a key to open a warehouse where the money was kept, but it was just shut with roller blinds, which genuinely could have just been punctured with some form of tool. But in the process they killed about 100 people. So I don't know, it felt like a bit frustrating, because I thought, wait, why didn't you just go and do that? You didn't really need the key to open it, because you could just break it if you're willing to kill 100 people in the process. Anyway, and what was I going to say? Yeah, so just doing my usual walk. I need to get some things. Started my period, which I don't know if that's too much information, but it explains why my skin has been breaking out. And then I did some research last night. Also, when I say research, I will admit ChatGPT, but it's very good for my brain, and it definitely filters down and gives me exact information that I need. And could I possibly have rosacea? Because it's really, really triggered by heat, more than anything. Heat and spicy food. So I've made a doctor's appointment because I'm not seeing the dermatologist until November, and I just can't be dealing with not being able to go into rooms because they're too hot. Like, it's no use. Like, right now my skin looks fine, but I also am lathered in cream. And I also rarely ever record when I'm just woken up, and you can kind of see how dry it is. But Also, I kind of want to get these lines Botoxed because it's not a good look. There's also this thing about, so I would go on to Monticulus. I can't pronounce any of the words, but yeah. The only thing is the side effects are behavioural changes and linked to anxiety and depression and things. So that's not ideal if it's affecting you mentally. But then I'm like, my main cause of my anxiety is my skin. So I'm like, could it get any worse? And the answer is always yes. So we'll just see. It's something about progesterone. I probably need to look up all these words. I'm no medic. And saying that there is a correlation between, PMSing in the days leading up to your period and it affecting your dermatitis, which is a huge trigger for me. So it's very cyclical. It works like clockwork. So yeah, I'll speak to the doctor, but I know that the GP will just say, look, unfortunately this is something you need to discuss with the dermatologist, and then you kind of go around in circles because I then don't see them for months and yada yada yada. But yeah, it's interesting. Okay, basically this is my collection. Happy Friday. Lol. Individually. Okay. So, in fact, no, I'll do one together and then I'll do it individually. Cool. Okay, so, and this you will be looking towards me. Mm-hmm. Okay? See if you come. In fact, no, that's fine. The fun fair in the West End is crazy. This is our new coffee from Cloud. Lovely. Cream all over my face, so you just have to excuse that. But anyway, so here she is. And I'm excited to try it this is longer than it needs to be, but my mum got that coffee machine before it was a trend. She was on it 3 years ago. So yeah, go Katrina. Okay, bye. Brazil almond milk chocolate fudge. Oh, healthy. Should be called Glasgow. Do you want to have a wee smell? Mm-hmm. Why are you keeping secrets?
No.
You are keeping secrets from me, Molly. I'll flip it around. Smell. Have a wee smell.
I don't want it on.
You don't want to smell it?
I don't want it on camera.
Okay.
That's like cigars.
She's always got something nice to say.
But like in a good way.
Oh, that must be the cigar that I put in it. Whee!
Whoa, that is good.
Is it? Is it really? Yeah. I am just currently out at walk, as usual. I also think that this vlog might just be a lot about me talking to the camera. To come on and say that I sent the pictures from the shoot that I did on Saturday for Version Run. I sent them over to the owner, Matt, this morning, and I've had a very nice response. And I realise that what's the most rewarding part about creating art, in whichever form that may be, is not the feedback to feed an ego. It's more the impact that images and, you know, as I said, whichever creative pursuit you may be endeavouring or interested in, the reaction that someone has and how it makes them feel when they see something, particularly, you know, if it's headshots and they see themselves reflected in a way that they can relate to, and also just if someone sees images that, I don't know, make them feel something. And I realise that, you know, I've kind of struggled without having that for so long, without having really feedback, because everything that I do, it kind of is just, not that it's just for me, obviously not, because I share these things now, but for so long I kept a lot of it just to myself. But yeah, it's really nice to get feedback, and I will put up a picture now of my Instagram where you can see the imagery, and you can just sort of follow along for any creative act that I am pursuing. But yeah, I just realised that I think a piece of art is really finished until it's seen by a viewer. If that makes sense, I think it's the viewer that kind of completes a work. I don't know if that sounds really deep or if I'm psychoanalyzing this a bit too much, but yeah, it's just a reflection upon my walk. And yeah, I've got a nice day ahead, quite relaxed. I spent the entire weekend working, editing, all that kind of thing. So yeah, today is more slow pace. Oh, this is a lovely lighting. It feels so nice after such a long time. To be quite frank, being quite bedbound. No, that sounds really extreme, but for quite a while it was a struggle with my health and my skin and everything to be able to go out and do these things. And I know it sounds really simple, but yeah, you do take for granted good health. So anyway, that's been nice and definitely fed my soul a bit, and probably pushed me out my comfort zone and sort of, you know, not allowed me to be in my head about how I look and what's happening, if it's flaring and blah blah blah. No one really cares. No one cares. No one cares in the nicest possible way. But it's hard when it's uncomfortable. Anyway, bye! I went to the doctors today, and because my skin has been really bothering me, and basically what I've kind of established is that the sort of main driver of all this is chronic spontaneous urticaria, which is why I'm so sensitive to heat, to sweat, to spicy foods, anything that raises my temperature. And that's when I come out in like a really aggressive rash. But it's taken a sort of long time to establish that that's sort of the main driver of all this. So then what happens is my skin flares up with the hives, and then a secondary result of that is the atopic dermatitis, eczema, or eczema, however you want to say it, because it then gets dry and I start to itch the hives, and then it brings on the eczema. So yeah, I just discussed with the doctor. At the moment, I've upped my phenylphexidine to 3 times a day, and I'm going to introduce montelukast, which is this medication here. And it basically works in conjunction with the antihistamine, which is the next step before me going on immunosuppressants, because obviously that's a last resort. And so when the hives are not active, the eczema is still there, but it's not as prevalent, which makes so much sense, because when I stopped taking the steroid creams, which was treating the eczema, but I was still getting hives, I didn't know what else, like what was going on, because the steroid cream was helping the eczema to some extent, but then I was still having huge flare-ups because it was actually the hives that was the main driver. So yeah, really interesting. I'll keep you updated about how I got on with introducing this medication. My initial sort of reluctancy is that the Montelukast has potential side effects of psychological implications like mood changes, depression, anxiety, and these kind of things, nightmares, because you're supposed to take it at night, which obviously isn't ideal. But I know that a huge part of my anxiety, self-esteem, you know, all the kind of negative thoughts are because of my skin. So yeah, and sort of through this I've been reading a lot about, when I'm doing a lot of research, honestly, ChatGPT has been so helpful throughout all this process, and I'm taking obviously with a pinch of salt, and I'm not using it as Bible, but I think sometimes just for a bit of clarity and help, and rather than me, I suppose, reading through lots of articles and things which are so scientific, which makes it quite difficult to actually understand what's helping and what's not. It's really good at giving you a sort of succinct answer. So yeah, that's been very helpful. But what I've sort of established throughout all this is that the chronic spontaneous urticaria does have an expiry date, and it's basically just for how long your body, it basically burns out because your body can't tolerate it anymore. There's a more scientific explanation than that, but that's sort of the extent of my scientific knowledge. Complicated by you having a number of different simultaneous dermatological diagnoses, and in particular how this has led to undertreatment of likely chronic spontaneous urticaria. Also, I read that ibuprofen and painkillers are not good for hives, which is really interesting because for the inflammation I've been taking ibuprofen daily. So that's that. It kind of just explains why I've not had like a full recovery, because I've not necessarily been treating the main driving force behind all of this. So as much as, yes, changing, you know, eating a low histamine diet and anti-inflammatory and all these things, like my body is still in absolute overdrive. Actually, just quickly on skin, I've bought this, which I've heard good things about. And I saw someone said that they put it on at night and almost use it as a face mask. So I might try that actually. Who knows? But it's always worth a go. And what else have I got to update you on? Oh, I got this coffee from Origin because I was targeted, so I'm a bit slouchy, because I was targeted on Instagram, and the reason I got it was because they had, you know, like when you bought a bag of coffee and then you got entered into a prize draw for a lamb Morzarocco machine. I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but they're very nice coffee machines. And I don't want anything, so I don't want to say it's unlikely. Who knows? It might be in my favour. But anyway, how fun. So this is the bag of coffee, and it arrived like so flat in an envelope. And I thought, what the hell? But I think someone must have sat on these in order to get them like this. My medication last night, the Montelukast, and I don't know if I'm in my head about it, because obviously I've mentioned the side effects and things, but I'm feeling really funny today. I just feel extremely sort of dazed and run down and headachy and all these kind of things. My skin also was extremely aggravated, so I'm trying not to jump the gun and attribute it just to that, taking that one tablet, because I don't know how quickly these things are digested in your system, and the effect of this medication is anxiety, and I do feel extremely anxious today. I'm thinking, sure, but also very itchy, so I'm thinking, no, there's no way that it could have the side effect but without the positive effect. So yeah, anyway, I'll keep a note of that. Also, I just wanted to say, I bumped into a neighbour of mine who is a recruiter, talking about the creative industry, just talking about the fact that it's fickle, and just not just that the climate and the economy is affecting the creative industry, it's affecting every industry. But she mentioned BANI, which I'd never heard of before, and it's abbreviation for brittle, anxious, non-linear, incomprehensible. A framework describing today's world, similar to VUCA. But yeah, really interesting, and each of those words I can most definitely resonate with, yeah. So yeah, just interesting. I had a really bad reaction to it. Basically just made all my symptoms so much worse, which is a bit frustrating because I was kind of hoping that that was going to be the answer, you know, that alongside the phenylphexidine, but unfortunately that's not the case. So the next step when I see the dermatologist in November will probably be to start immunosuppressants and or do a skin biopsy, which is not the route I want to go down. But yeah, I'm kind of glad, in some ways I'm glad that I trialled the medication now rather than waiting until November just for me to have a bad reaction. So yeah, I wonder, actually, you can kind of see my eyes are a bit swollen here, yeah, but better than it was, but not great. But I was just saying to Moz, that marks almost 4 years of this being going on, which is just taking its toll. And I know that for some people, I think 70% of people's chronic spontaneous urticaria dissipates and just burns out after 5 years. So I'm kind of hoping and praying that by next year things will be a lot more settled. And ideally that would be the case, because I don't really want to take this into my 30s. There'll be something else in my 30s, but it would be nice to just have my 30s as a fresh start, and just then, because that's, you know, as of next year, that'll be me having dealt with half my 20s going through this, which is like really unpleasant actually. But anyway, yeah, that's all. Peace.
Hey, you want to pick up? I'll give it to home.